I mean, it's not really news, but it's just something cool from the Bucks themselves.
You're cool with the Bucks. Yeah. We're live, by the way.
One,
I just went live.
ah, cool. So, just so you are aware, we have hit a flying altitude.
5,968.67 feet. Yay. 6'7".
I swear to God, Corey hit that 6-7 thing tonight when the ref was doing the count out.
Did he? I didn't notice.
Yes.
God.
I'll let you lead this one.
Okay. What's up, Night Anthony? All right. What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Turnbuckle Talk with me, Josh, and Kraken Wrestling. As always, we had another awesome week of wrestling. Kraken, what's up, man? How are you today?
I'm doing fantastic, man. It has been another fantastic week of wrestling. Last week we talked about it, how from start to finish, Monday through Friday, it was good. And it has carried over. I feel like we're at the end of the year for all the companies we watch, and they're trying to have those big moments pushing them into 26. And I think both companies are running neck and neck with each other at that moment.
Oh, 100%. So we've had a lot to get into. First thing we're going to talk about is some interesting stuff that I think we've seen almost every top creator in the wrestling space bring up within the last 24-ish hours. There was a AJ Lee fan on, I believe, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. He goes by Chris Horror. He posted an AI generated video of like him meeting AJ Lee from a meet and greet into them kissing. And he posted it to social media and whatnot. AJ Lee herself replied to it and said, "This is inappropriate and it is harassment. Please delete it," which this fan has not done with people. And like this fan quote tweeting like things saying like fans' rights and all kinds of weird garbage. First and foremost, if you have the wrestler themselves asking you to take this down, she's literally saying that it's inappropriate and harassment to herself. And the fan is like, "Nah, I'm good." Like, and I've seen some people saying like, "Oh, they have some type of mental illness. You leave them alone." You can't hide behind a mental illness when you're doing something that's not okay. There needs to be some type of regulation on AI. This is ridiculous when it's getting to the point to where, like, we've seen the John Cena and Roman Reigns. Those are funny. Those are, I would say, harmless.
Yes.
But like at the same time, my mom was like, I can't believe they're doing those. Those are so funny. I was like, those are AI. She's like, "Oh damn, shit." And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Fuck."
Yeah.
So AI is insane. There needs to be something from the governments all around the world to crack down on this generative AI. It's insane. This fan is gross. If you think this is okay, if you're one of those people that are like behind them, my thing is just learn that is not okay. Like you need to figure out that's not okay to do that. Like if you're a fan and like, yeah, it's fine to simp over a wrestler. I think someone's pretty handsome, whatever the case may be. We all think that. But to do this with AI or to act on those feelings, if you have strong feelings for some reason for these people that you don't know at all, which is weird in itself, just please try to, I don't know, I guess get help. I'm not trying to be rude, but like therapy, I've had therapy, not for like this, but like, my God, it is crazy. What's your thoughts on all this? I just had to share all my thoughts first.
I think it's absolutely horrible. Like, I know I've read some of the reports. You have too. We went over it before we started. Like, house shows he's banned from. Some events he's banned
Well, I
from.
haven't seen that. The only thing I saw about them was being banned was from the Big House. Is that what you mean?
House
The
show,
Big House
big house.
Entertainment.
Yes,
Yeah,
they
Big
do
House
like. Yeah, they
Entertainment.
do like.
That's where the meet
Yeah,
and greet took place. Yes.
yeah. And I think, in my opinion, WWE or anyone else that does wrestling needs to see this, and you know, you never know if he would want to, or any fan would want to act on these type of feelings. Like we've seen Seth Rollins get attacked before, so now
Yeah.
we see this with AI.
Sonya
Like
Deville they
it's
broke into
yeah,
Sonya's house. Yeah.
yeah. So this shit's getting out of hand. It's
There was
absolutely
a Roxanne stalker earlier
insane.
this year that was
It
threatening to kill her on Twitter
Yeah.
earlier this year. That was like the count like had the name of like I don't remember what it was, but it was bad.
It was
WWE like was new about it because the people even like tweeted about it. Like WrestleVotes tweeted about it. Like WWE knows what's going on. They're keeping an eye on the situation. Yada yada yada. So
it,
just in general, just having this on top of it for these sick individuals doing this.
yeah.
Whether you have some type of mental disability, it's not okay. That doesn't make it okay. That doesn't make it okay
Never.
that they did this. It's a good thing for them to learn, but if they don't learn, and obviously if it is again a mental thing going on, someone needs to be in charge of that person's social media, at least after what we've seen them post.
Yeah.
So
Because it's harassment. It makes the talent, the wrestlers, the human beings
uncomfortable.
not want to go to these meet and greets and meet
Exactly.
true fans because there's going to be
Of
that
these
one person
crazies.
that does something like this and tries to act on it in person. Like, I hope to God it never happens, but you never know. There's that one person that could try to do it, and it would be absolutely
Scary.
horrible. And this is a example of it.
And then, yeah, people in chat, like my fiance Sarah says, what was also very disheartening to see was the amount of people coming at AJ for her asking him to remove it. There was a lot. I saw a lot of
Yeah,
replies to her about it that were disgusting and just really attacking her, calling her names just for that.
that's
Um,
crazy.
but very crazy situation. It's disgusting, and these type of people need to be removed really from the fandom. I mean, you can't really, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. All you
Crazy
can do is just
situation.
make sure they can't show up.
Hopefully. Unfortunate news. Sheamus, he's in the last time is now tournament, no longer. He got hurt. His last match was on Raw in the 6-man tag. According to WrestleVotes, which was revealed during SmackDown, that they weren't going to announce who was going to be his replacement in the tournament tonight, at least. Which they did reveal the bracket after we had SmackDown tonight, after the 2 tournament matches. So we know that that person will be facing LA Knight, whoever that is replacing, but we don't know who that is yet. Sheamus apparently has some type of shoulder injury. We don't know the details besides that, but not cleared with an injury. Sucks, man, because a lot of people wanted him to get that fucking what Cena just got, Grand Slam. My goodness.
Yeah, I was a strong advocate, in my opinion, for it to happen. Pass the title to someone who's one step to being a Grand Slam champion. When he was named in it, I was like, hell yeah, this is his opportunity. He's tried it against Gunther several times. It didn't happen. John Cena can pass it to him. Now, with this happening, like you said last episode on Tuesday, he
Mm-hmm.
needs to lose the Dom at War Games. He needs to drop the title,
I hope he
and
does.
that and he needs to win his retirement match.
I don't think he needs to win the retirement match, but I'm fine if that's the way it works. Like
Yeah.
so this is if he beats Dom, he's losing the retirement match, I think. But they still could sting it where he
Yes.
retires and just goes up in a tournament or something. Which I think would be stupid just because they just had the tournament to face him, and if he goes in with the title, at least have him lose it. But I do think they'll
Yes.
have him lose to Dom at Survivor Series. And if that is the case, I do think they'll have him win, or at least it makes it more plausible to me that he wins the retirement match. So, but yeah, so I mean, it sucks for Sheamus though, man. I'm really bummed.
Yeah, I hate
Obviously
it.
that guy is still killing it. What 15 years plus maybe still in WWE. However, I don't even know how long it's been now. And damn, we almost had that Grand Slam for him at least against Cena, which would have been great. Hope he gets better. Hope
With
it's
that
not out too
though,
long, whatever that injury may be.
yeah. Who do you have replacing him?
You know what? We were talking about this in my stream earlier tonight. And there's a few names that I could see making sense. Santos Escobar was one thrown around by the chat a lot. Would be cool. I don't know, because we have a lot of people tied up in war games now. You know, Brock and Logan and both the Bronze and Cody and everyone. So it's really hard to pick, especially since we saw Bronson got eliminated. So it makes me think for sure it's not going to be any of those guys in the match. I don't know. Jeff Hardy, Joe Hendry could make some sense, I think. I don't know, man. Those are the names I could think of. How about you?
I was thinking they could throw Alistair in there.
That would make sense. I'd like that.
Santos didn't come to mind, but that would be a good because of course we know. I think he re-signed his contract possibly. I can't remember if he did or not. That wouldn't be bad, but I would like to see it be someone else, maybe someone that we just don't think of. Maybe no one from NXT, but like Mike Santana if he's there, because of course we know it's being taped tonight, so it kind
Yeah,
of makes it a
SmackDown is
little
being taped.
harder
Yeah.
you know, to know who would be available.
I feel
I would
like
like to see Jeff
I feel
though.
like the since it's being taped, whatever happens with the tournament, because they've already announced that we're getting the semifinals on Raw. So obviously we're not getting anything tournament wise on Friday then, and we do have the 5v5 traditional Survivor Series happening on next week. That's being taped tonight. So with the possibility of spoilers, I don't think that we'll get anything tournament wise.
I thought they said that LA Knight was going up against his opponent next week.
I thought it was Raw.
I can't remember honestly. It
I'm
might
pretty
have
sure
been
they
wrong.
said both semifinals were Raw.
It might be.
Correct us if
Yeah.
we're wrong, chat. I'm sure chat will help us. We have quite a few people in the chat right now here. But yeah, so we'll find out what happens. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see who it could be. Last bit of news we're gonna talk about Anna Jay. So it came out on Fightful Select. Go subscribe to their Patreon. Great news. That her contract is believed to be up within the next few months. And as of now, Fightful Select hasn't learned about them having any contract negotiations tied to extending her, but an AEW source told Fightful Select that AEW was going to make a move to retain her if possible. Apparently, it was noted to Fightful that she loves teaming up with Ty Mello, but is also open to doing what's right for her career. But also, they don't say this, but I was talking about this with my fiance. Obviously, she's, as far as we know, with Jack Perry still. I don't know if they're not. I think they are. And so I wonder that would probably tie into it. I mean, we've seen wrestlers, who are dating someone and they're in different companies, Charlotte Andrade, Adam Cole, and Britt Baker. So it's not like taboo to not have them work in different companies while they're together. But I think that will probably play a factor in her wanting to stay with AEW. And I would want her to stay in AEW personally. So I really hope she does. I think her and Ty Mello sucked that they got eliminated on Wednesday. We'll get more into that here in a momentarily about the tournament, because I definitely want to talk about that. That was a big talking point amongst a lot of people I saw on social media on Wednesday night. But I don't know. Will that play a factor, them losing in the first round after being one of their early tag teams in the women's division? They were part of the first, I believe they were part of that first tag tournament that we talked about before. I could be wrong on that. I don't know if Ty was there yet. Ty got there a little bit later. But anyways, so yeah, what do you think, Anna Jay? What do you think she's gonna do if this is gonna happen?
I think she stays. Like I know she's been doing a lot. I think she went to New Japan there for a while. Before she was back. Stardom, yeah. I can't. Yeah. Anyway, she went over there. When she came back, she was really impressive. I think her in-ring skills got better when she went over there. I don't think she leaves though. I think her and Mello, they're kind of not happy with what's going on right now. And they could kind of build off that. They could build like a feud between them two, because I think they could really work that, trying to play the blame game on why they lost and stuff, and try to get them back in good spirits. But I wouldn't want to see her leave.
Yeah,
Especially not being
I hope
original.
not. My fiance in the chat says, I just worry if she goes elsewhere, what happens for Ty? I mean, that's true. I mean, who knows? I mean, it kind of seems like that's kind of been the only thing, at least since she's returned, that they've been doing is just them two. So I think she sticks around, though. I don't think she bounces out.
Yeah, I don't either. Looking at that tournament we was talking about for the Women's Cup, so Anna Jay was tag partners with Taya Conti.
That's Ty Mallow.
Yeah, I thought it was. I can never remember how to say her last name. It drives me nuts. But yes,
just
that was
Mellow.
her.
Just say Ty Mallow, because that's what she goes by now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they did team up then. Okay, I wasn't too sure. So yeah, so it sucks. I mean, like, again, we'll talk about it more here in a second, but I think we're probably gonna go into SmackDown first. But yeah, so I think she sticks around for sure.
Yes, has to.
So SmackDown tonight, man. So it was in Denver. I wasn't there, unfortunately. I wish I could have been there. It was actually, in my opinion, a good show. I thought it was good. I think it was really great on in-ring work tonight. We had the 2 tournament matches. I wish I was there, but I wasn't.
I'd seen that they said online that it sold like 11,000. Like they
oh yeah, it was like 12,000 or something. Yeah, it's like an 18,000 seat arena, and that's really good. So, or maybe more or less.
Were they in the Nuggets arena tonight?
Yeah, Ball Arena, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it was a good crowd. They were pretty loud. And yeah, I do wish I was there. And obviously they're taping the double. I was telling people like, oh, I mean, I just have to sit through 4 hours of SmackDown. It's been the worst show this year. You know, do wish I was there though. To be honest. Let's see. What do we start off? We started off with Heyman and them. It was kind of really nothing. I felt like to start. Like we started off with Heyman, talked his little ish before Jimmy and Jay really like interrupted him pretty much instantly.
Yep.
Just led to Cody eventually coming out. Or no, so Cody was supposed to come out, but it went to the video of his truck and oh my god, there's Drew, and Cody's all fucking Family Guy ragdolled fucking down his steps.
Yeah. He was beaten. Like he had a cut across his eye.
He had like 2 cuts, I think. Yeah.
Like he looked like he was out for the whole night.
So isn't Drew supposed to be? I'm so confused. Isn't he supposed to be suspended?
Yeah, suspended indefinitely. So within the contract of War Games
every week since he's been suspended.
Yeah, that's what gives him the ability is the War Games contract, but he can't step foot in the arena.
So that's the actual. Oh my god.
Yeah, so the contract lets him be on the team in the arena outside. He can do anything he wants to, but he can't step foot in the building.
That makes more. I missed that, so that makes more sense. Okay, well, I think that's stupid. If you're suspended, that shouldn't mean I'm not touching you type of bullshit with the arena. Come the fuck on.
You can't.
That's some bullshit. Oh my god, so dumb. But it was funny too because Jimmy and Jay go out there because the ops or not the ops. I'm thinking AEW. They might as well be the ops. The Vision are in the ring, and then of course Jimmy and Jay were on the aisle. They turn around once they see it on the screen. They see it happen. They run in the back, and then they get out there, and like the guy who's checking on Cody when they cut back is like, Jimmy, right here. And they get up to him, and then one of them goes, "What happened?" And I was like, "What do you mean? You saw what happened? What do you mean?" It was so stupid. I don't know which one said it. Obviously, they have similar voices.
I didn't know. I completely.
Dude, I called it out. My chat was all like laughing and shit. Like, what do they mean? You saw it.
And they were dragging him. Like, they wasn't worried that
and then we went to commercial and came back, and it was like he was still down. And he was like, it looked like he was like just laying, like sitting there. He's like, it's like, get him fucking help. We were on a 3-minute break, and he's still fucking dead. And then fucking Drew comes by in the truck, and he's all taunting them and shit in his fucking car and drives off.
I see you at War Games, champ. Just Jimmy chases after the SUV.
So this has to be leading to them two one more time for the title, right?
Unfortunately, yes. But
yeah, Saturday. Well, not Saturday's main event. Something maybe on a SmackDown or something.
Elimination Chamber is February.
That's till February. We have Rumble and we have Saturday Night's Main Event, but that's the exhibitions with NXT and main rosters, so it'd have to be a SmackDown.
By God, Triple H loves doing title changes on a regular show. By God,
he does. That's true. So it was a pretty cool opening, though. I mean, now that it makes sense with the Drew thing, the suspension. Now that you explain that to me, I get it now, but I still think it's dumb.
It is. It's bending the rules in Paul Heyman's favor.
So dumb. So we had, let's see, after that, Ilya Dragunov came out, and it was JD McDonough who was there with Finn, who's there for his last time as now. And this match was awesome. This was a great opening matchup. These two had a great match for the NXT title back when Ilya was NXT champion a few years ago. So I knew this one was going to be a banger, and it freaking was a great fight. JD McDonough, super underrated in their fucking ring, man.
He's underrated even in Judgment Day.
100%.
And Michael Cole pointed it out tonight now, and I didn't know it, but he holds the accolade, however you said it. He's the last person to pin John Cena on a Monday Night Raw.
Wait, who is? Wait, wasn't it John Cena was the person who pinned JD, I thought.
No, hang on. I'd have to listen to it back. I thought he said that JD was the last person. Maybe
no. What he said was JD has the unfortunate the unfortunate honor of being the person to get pinned in John Cena's last match on Raw. So he got pinned by Cena on his last Raw. You totally misheard them.
Yeah, maybe I did mishear it.
You're
I
over
was
here
like,
hitting some of my stuff, aren't you? Damn, bro. You at least ask. No, I'm just kidding. No, but yeah,
maybe
so that's
I
what it was.
misunderstood it.
So Cena pinned him last Monday, JD.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I've misunderstood that whole point. But either way, JD McDonough in this match was fantastic. He was, in my opinion, he was in control of 3/4 of this match. When you
Yeah.
go watch it back, the Irish whip into the middle rope that looked like it could have decapitated Ilya was a turning point for
Ilya's
him.
selling. I think that's the thing a lot of the time in these
That is,
matches.
yeah.
It's just they're so good. So like he hit a brainbuster on Ilya, and Ilya was like holding his fingers like almost in the whole like he was like red as beet red, and he was just like and I was like, oh my god, this dude is dying. Like his selling is so good, and it's perfect. Like I could see him like being an actor in a movie, just playing like put him on fucking one of the crime shows like CS, I forget what they're called, CSI or whatever. Just have him as one of the fucking bodies and shit. Just he'll sell it so good.
That they find, yeah.
But yeah, no, for real though. On that Brainbuster though, if you didn't see it, go back and y'all, if you're listening, and watch that Brainbuster. It was fucking phenomenal. The sell on it. But yeah, good match. No Judgment Day involvement. Obviously, only Finn was there, but he didn't get involved since he had his match. So it was a clean victory for Ilya.
Yeah, it was. And the ending sequence for Ilya, they hit the double headbutts.
Mm-hmm.
You get torpedo Moscow, power bomb, H bomb. There's no fucking way you're kicking out.
No, that was the death nail for
The
JD
double
in that.
headbutt, yeah. But JD, like I said, he put up a hell of a fight. It would not surprise me if he does get a mid card title soon off of this performance.
Yeah, if they break up the Judgment Day, which I could see happening within the next year for sure.
We've been wanting to see that for a while.
It's been around since like 2021, 2022.
I mean, the bloodline's still going, so.
And yeah, in its own weird way, but not really like Judgment Day.
No.
Not
truly.
So we had Charlotte backstage with Alexa Bliss. They were walking throughout the arena. They go through a doorway where a lounge where we see Io and Rhea are hanging out. Charlotte didn't want to go in, but Alexa throws her in there. And Rhea tells Io, "Can you give me some time here?" And Rhea walks up and says, "Let's talk." And then we didn't get that till later, but we'll just go ahead and talk about it now because it was great. So it was kind of like the Roman Cody promo before WrestleMania. What was it, 40?
Yes.
And it was like them, but it was obviously just in the lounge, which it wasn't like at a football field, but it was the same type of thing, same type of shooting, very cinematic looking. And it was just them talking about how Rhea was just basically like, anyone I would want to go to war with would definitely be you, and stuff like that. So they basically just came to terms with like, we may not be friends, but let's fucking fight together.
Yeah. And that's what War Games is about. Like, even if you're not friends, we have an equal enemy.
Yep.
That we are wanting to ensure does not come out the victor and has that advantage over the roster, Raw and SmackDown. So you had to put your egos basically of who wants to be the top woman in the division aside to make sure that doesn't happen. And
Did you like?
They basically do it.
Did you like the way they did this promo? Like, did you? Because I saw a lot of people when the Cody and Roman thing happened. That there was a lot of people like, what is this shit? Like, there was actually a lot of backlash. Like, at least from the IWC. It's the IWC though. But what was your thoughts? Like, did you like this?
I did. I like it. I like the cinematic stuff when it's like that. When it's build up the way they're doing.
It's like Lucha Underground.
Those. Yeah, it has a feel to it. But I like that they're doing those still because I think even the Roman and Cody thing got a little bit of backlash because of the fact that people don't like that they're going away from it being in the ring and it not being a match more or less than face to face talking and like kind of like a movie. But that's what WWE has gotten better at, in my opinion. Is telling the story from a video perspective, movie style cinema.
I feel like that more started down in NXT, like for the WWE at least, and then they finally moved it fully up now here with Triple H on the main roster.
Yeah. He started it there to see how I think it would feel and how he could modify it, make it a little better.
I feel like we saw more of it during 2.0, to be honestly. I'm not saying it didn't happen in an original NXT, but I felt like it was really prominent when 2.0 hit.
I mean, yeah, it was, and we still see it
Chase
now too with Black.
you. Well, I wouldn't say as cinematic, but you know what I mean. It's like a different like
A
thing.
different style, yes.
Yeah. I'd
But I
say
like
I'd
it.
say
Was
Legato was actually probably the earliest one I could think of with their whole. They'd be like
mhm.
out wherever they'd be. I forget where they'd be exactly. Yeah, Legato's the earliest one I could think of down in NXT that did that stuff.
Yeah, and they carried it over like Tony D and the family sitting at the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so they've been doing it for a while. But what really threw me off about this one though, because you see Alexa throw her into the cafe area, and then we go away from it. I think we get like one, maybe a match in between
It
before
was
they
a
do
bit,
the
yeah.
shoot, and then it's the cinema thing. I was expecting it to still be like a regular backstage segment. So it's like they filmed it backstage on a different camera and then they gave it to the truck and ran it. That's how I
Maybe
felt.
it just depends. I don't think they did. I think it was just it could have been. You could be right that they switched cameras. But I don't think that's an issue. Like I
No,
get
no,
it though.
that's not an issue.
It's a different quality change. It's a different change.
It
That's
is.
what I think. That's what I think is. It's just like it's something not everyone's really used to. That's literally what maybe the second, third time that we've had something like that on the main roster. Maybe I'm forgetting a few, but yeah. So I think that's just gonna take time to feel natural. Because I get what you mean. Like it's a different like looks. I wouldn't say it's the 8K camera because I don't think that's what it is. It's just like they're
Yeah.
changing the focal, like how they're focusing on them, how it's shot, the background's blurred. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
it's definitely shot completely.
Yeah, it looks like something out of a movie. And a lot of people are not okay with that yet. And they may never be.
I
I
don't know
mean, they
why.
may,
We had cinematic matches and that were pretty solid. So just go over it.
yeah. I mean, a lot of people didn't like the 8K cameras when Fox was doing that. I liked it. It looked different. I
NFL was doing
enjoyed
it
those type
before.
of
That's what
images.
started it. It was the NFL. It was when WWE was still on. SmackDown was on Fox still. So what started it was that came over from the Fox and all that NFL
Mhm.
broadcasts, and so then it came over and WWE just started doing it themselves.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I like the 8K camera. I thought it gave good
Yeah, they
graphics
still
for
do it
the
here or there.
entrances.
They did it in WrestleMania this year too. See what else. So we had that interview, which was pretty good. So they're gonna end up teaming up, and we ended up finding out the fifth women's time. We'll get into that here in a bit. So we had after the U.S. title challenge, we had that. We had Tommaso Ciampa. So we saw Ilya. He was walking backstage. We saw first Tama Tonga. He said, "I'm coming," or "It's coming," and he just walked away. And then that's when we saw Ciampa again and said, "Don't worry about Tama," and stuff like that. And he's gonna get a shot. Of course, he didn't do it tonight because he's in the tag match against Fraxium later on. And then once Ilya said his shit, he walked away. Or he's called. He said, "That's right. That's why you're a jackass," and he walked away. And then Johnny and Candace rolled up, and just all, "Don't worry about it."
I mean, and what I really liked is WWE's marketing team is just top fucking tier because
Mhm.
we're calling Tommaso Ciampa a jackass, and
And he
now
has
we
an "I'm
got
not a
Johnny
jackass"
Gargano.
T-shirt.
Yeah, don't call my friend a jackass.
Yeah,
I
that's what it
mean,
was.
fantastic work. I mean, top tier. Like, fuck it, put it on the shirt. But uh, it works, I guess. But I think it's
Mhm.
funny to call him a jackass. The crowd's calling him a jackass. I think even last week Nick called him a jackass. It
It's been
sounds
a
like
few
he's a
weeks
jackass.
now, yeah.
Yeah, so like it's catching on, unfortunately.
What's funny to me is that they call him jackass, but they'll still bleep out like "holy shit" chants. Like, what's
Yeah.
the difference? Shit, ass. Shit comes out of the ass. Let us say shit. God damn it. Fuck. Let us say God damn it and fuck too. God, fuck.
It's Netflix.
Dude, it does it on USA though too.
Oh yeah, I know, but Netflix, it surprised me like Netflix will still bleep it.
Yeah, I mean, and well, then when Cena on Monday when he was like, they're saying chocolate or whatever the fuck,
Chunko, Funk
chunko.
Pups.
Yeah, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So it's so dumb. So we had Big Bronson Reed versus Carmelo Hayes. This was
Mhm.
not what I expected. I actually thought they'd possibly get the Vision involved. They did. They came out during a commercial break.
Yep.
Of course, getting involved. Heyman was like getting in the way and getting them involved. So Heyman at one point gets on the apron, and then we see Braun Breaker's about to go spear Mallow, who's like near the timekeeper's area. Like he's gonna spear him through the barricade. and Jimmy and Jay make the save. They stop him from doing that, and they end up fighting out Logan and Bronson to the back. And then so it just leaves Paul out there. And then while Paul's still distracting the ref, Mello gets like pushed onto the like commentary, like into the desk, and then Bronson goes on the outside. And I think he has him like on the desk or something like that. Or he's about to put him on the desk. And that's when Cody comes out while Paul still has the ref distracted, hits a crossroads on the outside to Bronson and throws him back in the ring. Or no, throws Mello back in the ring. And then the ref with the fastest freaking count I have ever seen. 1, 2. It was like if you ever play special ref in 2K or even the old games, you could hit like how fast you want to count. You know, it's up to how fast you tap the button. That's what it felt like. That ref was 1, 2, 3. I was like, oh my God, he's counting in actual seconds. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So the fastest count ever.
Yeah, I think it's like 1, then 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 2, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3. I think that's how it normally goes.
Not even close. 1, 2, 3. And I was like, oh my God, this is nuts. And sure enough, Mello advances because of the help of Jay and Jimmy and Cody. So Mello is going to now face Gunther on Monday. They gave us some hope.
Yeah, I was really hoping Mello would win this, honestly. When they came out, I was like, Triple H, for the love of God, let Mello finally get, some push on SmackDown because, in my opinion, it hasn't happened since he came up.
And no one else is beating with Gunther right now, so there's no one that was going to come out and help Mello there.
Yeah. He's faced all these former world champions.
Mm-hmm.
And he's stayed on the back burner for some reason. Ilya, and nothing saying bad about what Triple H, of course, done with Ilya, but Ilya comes back from an injury. Sammy's like, hey, let's do it. Let's give him the title.
Yeah, it was Sammy that made the call, supposedly.
Yeah. But my thing is, Mello's put in a ton of work.
Mm-hmm.
He's, been in the tag team with The Miz.
He's been on the main roster a bit longer.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's kind of around the same time, but.
And then Mello, there was, I think, if I heard it right, Cole said that Mello would be honored to do that, to be John Cena's final opponent.
I think everyone would, though, really.
Yeah. But I would, out of everyone now that's left looking at the field, I would be okay with Mello.
100%. I don't think anyone wouldn't be. I mean, a small minority maybe, but I think the majority would love it.
Yeah, because honestly, I'm not excited for a Gunther Cena match for $350 at a nosebleed seat. I don't see how you can justify that.
I don't know how you're not. How can you not be?
I don't know.
That's such a fantastic match.
Yeah,
do you just not like Gunther in the ring? He's amazing in the ring.
No, I like Gunther in the ring, but I would like to see someone, and we talked about this, I think, last week or Monday. It's just someone younger, I guess, have that opportunity.
This whole tournament average age is like 40-something years old.
That is true as well.
There's only like 2 true young guys in this tournament, if I'm not mistaken. I think actually 1 now. I think just 1, Mello. The rest are all 30 or 40 above. Penta's over 40. Gunther's over 40. Jay's over 40. LA's over 40.
Yeah.
Who's facing Jay? I forgot.
Rusev's
over 40. Who's your pick? Pick the young guy, bud. Besides Mello.
I give you a say. If it is Gunther, my thing is, I don't want it to be like the match with Goldberg.
Oh, it's not even going to be close to that.
I
didn't even see that, and I could tell you it's not even going to be close to that. This is fucking John Cena.
Yeah. But I don't know. Maybe the match build-up will grow on me as we get closer.
I don't even care about the build-up. I just want the graps. I don't need the story of it writes itself. The tournament and the match, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, well, I guess what I mean by build-up is like once we get closer, I'll be able to see, the final product and actually enjoy it.
So, okay, let's think about this here. So the tournament we have it right now. The semifinals are going down. I believe Monday is what it said. I could be wrong on that, but I
Yeah.
believe they said Mondays. So that's the LA versus the Mystery and the
Yes.
Penta and well, actually, I don't know if all of them because that's still. Well, that's no, yeah, that's only two. So yeah, so they're both happening.
Hmm.
Or no, fuck, there's four of them. I'm high. Anyways, point being, they showed the bracket.
Yeah.
I'm always high. It doesn't matter. Um, they showed the bracket and one young guy. I don't know. I'm fine with Gunther. He's obviously not like totally new on the main roster. He's been on the main roster for like what 3-4 years now. Um, but he's newer. Obviously, he's not young. But as I said on Tuesday, I think it was. At this point, 40 is the new 30 in wrestling. And they're doing
Yes.
things like in the 90s and the 2000s. I feel like they're not wrestling those guys who were like 40s like they are today.
Maybe I don't mean newer or younger. Maybe how I should, I guess how I'm thinking it is someone that hasn't had the push that could get the elevated push if they beat Cena.
That makes sense. That makes way more sense than just like not Gunther. Who wants to pay $350 seat for that? That just sounds like you hate Gunther.
I don't hate Gunther, no, by no means. Is NXT UK stuff and
That's why I was like,
the
why not? That
Intercontinental
sounds
reign. Like,
incredible. That'd be a great match.
if I could process what I'm thinking and say it better, that would be more like it.
I do that all the time. But no, I
So
get
yeah,
that. If it could, yeah, like a Mello would be that would he's that perfect mold for that, like
yes,
100%. Um, but unfortunately, that won't sell the seats unless they were to come out with a
no,
great
it won't.
story.
But like you said, the story is the tournament and all that. So
But I mean,
having the under,
I just
yeah,
mean that like he hasn't been built into the sense where people want to see him face Cena. So
I
even
know.
with the
Yeah,
tournament, people are just gonna be like, "Cool, I'm glad he's getting a spot," but they're gonna be not as invested. And then someone that's been multiple time world champion had that longest reigning intercontinental. You know what I mean? I get what you're
yeah.
saying. Like it makes sense to put someone in that spot. That's the same way I felt about the streak. Why Brock Lesnar? Why wasn't it a fucking Roman even at the time? You know what I mean? I
Ooh,
feel that. I
God, yeah,
totally get where you're coming from now. So I get it. I just know the fucking way this company thinks. Not fully, but like I get why they do what they do.
yeah. I mean, we've been watching long enough. We know what we kind of know what they're
Yeah,
thinking.
and I could be wrong. Maybe they fucking shut me up and you'll be right and it's Mello in this spot and maybe he'll shot Gunther on whenever that match is, Monday or whenever. But yeah, I get where you're coming from now. It makes more sense.
Yeah, I have a lot of people in my community think the finals is going to be Jay and Gunther. So
Dude, that's a stab in the heart right there. Like again, I'm fine with Gunther and Jay, and I was fine with Jay winning. But fuck, dude, we need that for the seventh or however many times in the last couple years. That's the new Randy Cena. Fuck.
it is, unfortunately, yeah, that would be.
That and Braun and Jay too. I feel like happen a lot in multiple different ways. Ugh. What else do we get after that? Oh yeah, so Cody after he hopped on the mic and he cut a really good promo. He told Logan, you could do a flip, pilot your drone, nobody cares, which was funny. He said, Braun, history shows Steiner's never beaten Rhodes, which was great. He said,
Yes.
Brock, the last time you were here, I was the last guy to beat you. Paul, you build him up and I'll beat him. So it was a really good fucking promo. Like this was really heated. He was passionate as always, like he normally is. But all the words fucking hit. We're on the money. Great promo.
It did, yeah. And you might have said it, but him talking, he was built, or the match was the Rhodes legacy or whatever. Because of course
Yeah.
everything was factual. Dusty and was one of the original for War Games.
Yeah, he helped
Him
make
against
it.
Ric Flair and their team.
Yeah, Dusty created it.
So it was a fantastic promo from Cody. And my only thing is, we didn't see Brock, we didn't see Roman tonight, we didn't see Punk, we seen the Vision, the Usos, and Cody. So I'm wondering if these are going to be the main focus points throughout this match. Are they going to leave Punk, Brock, and Roman kind of in the pods, and we focus on the three we've been seeing for the last several weeks come War Games.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what happens for sure. So after the promo, we just saw. Oh yeah, so we were supposed to get a celebration with Chelsea tonight, but she wasn't feeling the vibes. It looked like Julia and Kiana James were all up in her grill basically. She was basically hiding behind Alba, and then once they walked away, and she came like out of the locker room or whatever it was,
Yeah.
and she was like, "I'm the greatest U.S. women's champion ever," yada yada yada. And then Jade Cargill walks up, and she's like, "Say that again." And she's like, and she's like walked away. And then Jade just stood there menacingly. So I love that they're, and then Jade's on Twitter. If you haven't seen, I'm sure you have, is doing the baddie stuff again. So, and I even tweeted, I go, what better way to get Jade back on top than to do exactly what they did in AEW? Perfect. Because it is. That's what I loved about Jade. She was that bitch in AEW. She said that all the time. Mm-hmm. She was, at the time before recently, the longest reigning TBS women's champion. And then she had the baddie section. They go city to city, and they'd show in the crowd. They'd show them with the actual wrestlers who they considered baddies. She had a faction. So maybe do they do that too? Do they get some women to be part of her baddies that are wrestlers that could, like they did in AEW? I don't know. They're seemingly, she's asking women like, hey, let me know where you're at. So they might be doing the exact same shit.
Yeah, or if they don't do it that way, they may, she has everyone send in stuff like she has been, and then she might reach out to them herself, and and hey, we're coming to Oklahoma. If you're able to come, we'll have a baddie section set up for you.
We should go to one. We should just send her photos of women that aren't us, and then she'll pick us, and then we'll show up. Like, no, I bought these tickets, I swear.
Trying to catfish for the baddie section. That's why.
Yeah, I'll go up looking like Josh Buck. Super kick, Bande. But yeah, I like it. I like it. I'm not gonna shit on WWE for them just ripping it straight if that's what they're gonna do.
Nope. I mean, it worked in AEW. It will work here. Ever since she got the title, what she's been doing has been working.
Yeah, I agree.
She's coming in powerhouse all the way through the match. The opponents have no offense, and she's confident and cocky backstage again like she was. It's just the fans have got to grab it, and I think they're starting to.
So we had DIY versus Fraxium in a really, really good match. One weird thing, though, is so we did see towards the finish, or what was in the finish, they removed the max of Axiom, and that's what led to them getting the win. Did you realize that guy looks strangely like A-Kid for some reason? I don't know if you kind of saw that.
Strangely.
I thought that guy got released years ago, so that was kind of weird. But
that's what they said. He disappeared.
No, but yeah, so they did remove his mask. So, oh my god, I feel like there wasn't too long ago that happened in AEW. Like they ripped someone's mask or removed someone's mask, and there was like people online like, they have to go with the TP. How disrespectful to Lucha Libre. And then it's like happened twice in WWE since then. Like one with Dr. Wagner and Ethan Page, and then just now tonight with Fraxium and DIY. So I just find that funny that there was like some people on that, and then WWE does it twice this year, anyways.
But the IWC, it's such a smart play by DIY. 2 heels at work, my God.
Right. Can't believe they did that. Smart. First time I've ever seen it. New to me.
Yeah.
They'll do the Johnny and then pat the back. Yeah. But no, it was a really great match though. These two have been building up to this match for the past few weeks. I love the little side story too, like how they're doing this and then also having Ciampa, doing the US title type of thing. He didn't want to be in the US Open Challenge. Also, they didn't come out to the DIY theme. They've obviously had NXT and stuff come out to their OG themes separately. Tonight they did the combined OG theme. So we got No One Will Survive, and then we got Rebel Heart, the OG Rebel Heart, not the remastered, remade, whatever you want to call it, shitty Rebel Heart.
The Def
Rebel. And we've been getting them, but I popped that we got them in a tag match for them. I thought that was super significant.
Yeah. I don't know if it's Triple H, just like, hey, fuck it, we're gonna go back to y'all's original stuff, or they're requesting it. But I like it. I mean, both. We got a little bit of the Def Rebel, and then it went straight into.
No, it's straight up CFOs. It's both their CFOs theme.
I was talking about the Gunther one.
Oh yeah, well,
It started the. I don't know if he was a Death Rebel.
no. So that intro is to the actual song that he came out to. So that's but
Okay.
they just mixed it with their Def Rebel version.
The okay.
Kind of
My
like how
bad.
Mercedes
So
has it. So hers has the intro to it too, but it's mixed in.
yeah, but we're getting these old intros back. We're hearing them more. Shinsuke's got his back, for instance. His
Yeah,
first
he
one
came back
he
to his
showed up
face
on the
theme,
match show.
CFO theme, yeah.
So I I'm hoping we keep
And
this
then
up
Becky
because
getting the
I
actual song instead of, and no one hated her original theme. I'm just saying, like, she got an actual licensed song, like written
yeah
for her. Right.
I like the idea of having the old entrances back. It gives you the NXT feel again to these wrestlers.
Well, it's just more the CFO themes, like the ones like the Rebel Heart and the No One Will Survive and other
Mm-hmm.
themes. They're just more recognizable. A lot of
They are.
a lot of Def Rebels themes are just feel lifeless, sound lifeless. They don't like. I remember a
Low
few years ago
model.
for Rumble when they had like Seth and I think it was Roman were like sitting in the crowd, like in skyboxes watching the men's Rumble match or whatever. And I remember a fan video was on Seth when like they were doing like 10, 9, 8, and then like it hits and the song plays and it's like they zoom in on Seth to see his reaction and I forget who it is, who comes out. But like it takes Seth like a good like few seconds before he's like, oh, yeah. Okay. You tell he's like, okay, I know who that is. It took me a minute. So if your own wrestlers are visibly like taking a second when they're out in the crowd, like to recognize a song during the Royal Rumble to see who it was, come on. You have to know that's an issue. I just think a lot of the songs, and like we even had an issue. I don't remember if I think this was Def Rebel, when Seth Rollins and Bailey's intros to their songs sounded identical. They were like the same
Yes,
thing back in like during COVID.
it was.
So please, if and there was a report earlier this year about I think the Def Rebel contract will be up in not like a super long time, but like you know what I mean, like relatively soon. I don't remember the exact dates or what the article said. It's been a long time, but just let it expire if possible. Move on from them. Thank you for some of the things they gave were okay. Like I mean, I think Romans is Def Rebel, so it's one of the few. But
Hmm.
yeah,
It was
just
Romans. I like
I was so
Romans.
happy they had their theme back, like, and it was just like not just like their DIY theme that they had, like it was literally their themes just combined. I was so happy,
Hmm.
but
It
good
sounded
match,
good.
good match. We
Yeah,
talked more about that than we talked about the match.
the match was good. First off, but
I didn't mean it in a bad
I
way. I
guess
just thought that was funny.
yeah.
What else? Did I skip over anything? No. Okay. Oh, we did. I did. Sami Zayn promo. He was with Penta, MCMG, and Shinsuke. They just hyped up their match for next Friday, the traditional 5v5 against the MFTs. Really nothing special. Pretty solid promo. They all just kind of hyped it up and stuff. Really nothing crazy. DIY, we did that. Okay, here we go. Finn Balor, Penta. Last time is now a tournament. Pretty. I mean, we've seen these two quite a bit this year. Many different variations of matches. 1-on-1, fatal 4-ways, whatever, tag
Royal
teams.
Rumble, wherever, yeah.
Rumbles, yeah, they've faced each other nonstop for the past since Penta's arrived. I feel like, not a bad match. It felt short compared to a lot of the other tournament matches. To me, it felt like it wasn't as long as a lot of the other ones. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was just because I wasn't super into it. But yeah, it was short and sweet. Penta won with the destroyer. He also hit a Penta driver right before. That was pretty sick. Yeah, clean win.
Yeah, and that's one thing. Since we're now through the first round of the last time is now tournament, there were no interferences in these matches.
No, Bronson and Mello.
Shit. Well,
We
yes,
just
but
yapped about it, dog.
God.
Are you getting in my stash? What's going on? I'm just playing.
Well, I mean, I guess. Yeah, I mean they. Okay, well, I guess. Shit. Anyway, the tournament so far
Every
has been
match
good.
besides Bronson and Mello hasn't had
Yes,
interference. Excuse me.
yes,
Oh my gosh.
and that's because of the war game aspect of it.
I guess so. I mean, War Games is what
So
caused the Bronson and Mello interference.
yes,
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. But it was a solid match. It really wasn't nothing to go home about though. That match.
Because, like you said, we've seen it several different variations of that match. If anything, it still shows that Finn is okay with letting other people be put over. He's in that
Mm-hmm.
point in his career, but I feel like he will get something for it in the coming year. I feel like he will get a push somehow.
Apparently, Shotzi Blackheart has won the HOG Women's title. That's awesome.
She beat Indy then, if Indy
Yeah,
still had it.
yeah, I think she did. So after that, we had Sol Sikoa. Him and the MFTs cut a promo, basically just talking about the match next Friday, and he also talked about Penta. Like, congrats, because that's who he's going to be facing. But it was funny during this promo that he was cutting. We had the whole MFT standing behind him, and like after he would say something, basically Tongaloa like always had like a little quip to add to it.
Oh my god!
And like it wasn't like it was always like one or two words, but it always cracked me up. I don't really remember what he was saying.
I don't.
I think one time he's
But
like, "The smoke will be clear." He's like, "Clear the smoke" or something like that. I could be wrong, but that's basically what he was doing. He was just like being his hype man.
yeah, he at one point I think he's going down like it just
Yeah, going
like
down. Yeah,
that.
Tongaloa is just 100% being the hype man. That's all he was doing.
He was the only one.
That's the only thing I took away from that
better.
promo was just it was like if that was a rap, that was Tongaloa just being the hype man.
Yes.
So then we end the show with announcing of the fifth woman. It was pretty typical. We just had everyone come out for the babyface side, the first, the four. Then they announced, that this is our fifth woman. AJ Lee immediately comes out, but right as her music hits, before she even comes out, Lash and Naya and Kabuki's attack, all of them, Io, Rhea, and Charlotte and Alexa. So by the time, she finally walks out, she doesn't know they're getting beat down. She comes out through the curtain. She's like, yay. Oh, and like sees them getting beat down. So she starts to jog into the ring. And as soon as she starts, I was like, Becky's going to wipe her out, right? Sure enough, boom, basically pounces her ass, spears her, takes her out, and starts beating her on the outside. And they beat down the baby faces. So that means the baby faces are going to stand tall next Saturday?
I don't think so. But yet again, you look at the teams. There is no, in my opinion, on both sides, they're evenly matched.
Yeah, I do think I'm gonna give my early prediction now because I know we still have a week before we really do that. But I think we get the and I keep saying the Vision, the Vision win on the heel side or the men's side, and then the babyface woman will win on more games. That's my predictions.
I don't think so.
I do.
I think it's opposite.
Well, we'll find out next Saturday.
I think Lash will be the main reason on the women's side. She'll have a huge match here
I do. I
for her
agree with
first
that.
4 games.
I agree with that. But I think they'll do like a whole like, oh, she had the fucking natural selection, Sister Abigail type bullshit, like multiple finishers, and they eliminate her.
All right, yeah, they
Or
can spam it back to back. Yeah,
not eliminate, but like take her out.
yes. As long as she don't take the pin, we'll be all right.
See, this would be perfect for a traditional 5v5 Survivor Series or 4v4. Because then you could have her eliminated. Like you could do that. You could like have her get like jumped or whatever, and then it would make sense.
Elimination style match.
Yeah, or have her be like the last one standing for her team, and like she has to face like 3 others, eliminates 2, and then the last one they like all hit her move before they leave, and then
Yeah, for that, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, you could do something like that, I guess, in War Games, but there's no elimination, so
No.
I mean, you could just have her come in early, be like the first one in, and then once we get the advantage, because we don't know the advantages yet, have her like if it's the babyface advantage. I don't think it will be. But if they are, then she could get outnumbered for a while, kind of beat down as the match goes on, and kind of explain why she's not a big factor at the end.
That would make sense. Have her started off against someone. Have her started off with like Rhea, because I would like to see them two go 1-on-1.
That would be crazy. I don't think they would do that, but that'd be badass.
Like Rhea now has a good amount of people on the women's roster that I would like to see her go up against at some point.
So yeah, it was a pretty good SmackDown. I mean, again, I wish I was there live. There are going to be spoilers out because they are taping for next Friday because here in the States it is Thanksgiving on Thursday. So NXT was taped for Tuesday. Raw, I believe, is live, so no worries there. But SmackDown is going to be taped, and then of course War Games will be live, so don't worry about that. But yeah. So that was a good SmackDown.
Very solid show. Again, I'm liking this end of the year turnout for WWE right now.
So we have Dynamite, which was a Dynamite Collision special with Full Gear being tomorrow night, which we are going to do a podcast, which we were just saying a bit ago, tomorrow after the show. And Full Gear has a full stack card. We'll go over that here as well after we talk about Dynamite from Wednesday and Collision. Very good show. I always talk about I hate 3-hour shows, but they did a good one here. Kept me interested the whole 3 hours. Didn't feel long. It was long, but it didn't feel overly long. We started with Ricochet and Bobby, and Ricochet, of course, was talking his shit before.
He talked shit more on this match than the match was long. Like, he was on the mic more than the match was.
Yeah, very true. So Ricochet, he's like just talking. Bobby just goes up to him and grabs him, and he's like has his like robe on, and he throws Ricochet while Ricochet's talking, and he just screams like a little girl while he's getting tossed out of the ring. Before the match even started. But the whole point of this match is for the gauntlet, Casino Gauntlet, to be number one. And like you said, it was super short. The yapping was longer than the match. Just total domination by Bobby Lashley on Ricochet.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I know why Ricochet, is trying to be in it and everything, but
New title, yeah.
Bobby Lashley going in, I think, as number one is smart, but I think his Ricochet and his group are going to focus more as a trio, and that's why we had this dominating match. They will be our next trio champs.
I wouldn't hate it,
in my opinion.
Yeah, that'd be fine by me. Shit.
The only issue though is
Ops or Hills.
We know, that, and then we know the outcome of number 2, which I guess we could talk about here in just a second.
We can just go ahead and jump into that because we'll just jump right into that because I mean it's the same thing going into the gauntlet. So it wasn't until later on, but yeah, we had Speedball and Shelton. They had a great match, by the way. Which is funny because of course the rumors earlier this year about MVP and them having heat with them, and they've milked it pretty good. On social media they'll post videos of his vlog. Fuck you MVP, fuck you Shelton. Like fuck you Speedball. it's like South Park. Fuck you, buddy. That's what it basically feels like to me. No, but they had a great match. Went crazy back and forth. Shelton ends up getting the wins. I didn't think they were gonna have Shelton win because I was like, they're not gonna do Bobby and Shelton 1 and 2. So what are they gonna do? Are they actually gonna fight until number 3 comes in, or are they just gonna do the whole wait until 3 comes in? Because it's not a rumble. You don't eliminate anyone. You pinfall or submission. They could kick each other's ass and try to win it before number 3 even enters. What the fuck do they do?
I mean, honestly, you gotta have, in my opinion, them fight at some point in this match. You can't just have them stand there the whole time, because majority of your big hitters, unless you have people that come back from injury, are in a match. I mean, majority of the Don Callis family, they're going to be in the match more than likely. But then half of the Don Callis family is either on the tailgate brawl or in a match on the main card. So the only one not in a match is Lance Archer.
So I'm going to give my early prediction on this gauntlet right now. We're going to, of course, go through our predictions before we end the podcast here after we go through the Collision Dynamite show. But my prediction on this one is this is going to be the shortest gauntlet we get. I could see this ending within like 3 to 4 people.
Yeah.
I could see this being... I don't know. That's why I'm confused. I'm not confused, but I'm just not sure if they're gonna have Shelton and Bobby start out fighting, or they're just gonna do a whole like we'll wait thing, and then it'll kind of turn into like whoever's number 3 is like really good, and so they kind of will give them a good fight, and so it leads to number 4 coming out, and so they end up getting distracted, but then like Bobby or whoever just gets dominated against the other one, 1, 2, 3.
That would work. I mean,
it'd be unique. It's something they haven't done with these. Everyone's gone at least like 8, 9 people deep.
They have. Like the last one we seen was, of course, All In.
2 of them.
Yeah, we've seen 2 All In. Both went to at least maybe 10, 12 people.
Multiple, yeah.
The year before that, I think Christian won it at 15 with the help of Luchasaurus.
Yeah, so
And
I
then
I think they should,
so
and even if it's not like 3 or 4, like at least 5 people deep, not many in. I feel like that they should really give the
no,
illusion this time that like this match can end whenever.
that has to be what happens.
And then you could do
I,
a gimmick with someone, I don't know who. I was supposed to be in it, motherfucker, and you fucking kicked that. And then you start going after the person that got pinned
yeah,
or something. That'd be cool.
it would be. Yeah, I was up next. Blah blah blah.
And
Yeah,
you couldn't
that would
fucking
work.
hold your shit and you tap bitch and start kicking their ass.
That gives a way to build the first feud for that title.
That'd be cool. I'd
It's
like
supposed
that.
to be defended everywhere.
So I just, again, we've said this multiple times the last few weeks. Unnecessary title though. I'm hoping the match is fine, the gauntlet match, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see now that we have these two starting out. So
Yeah, it's just another title to be defended around the globe for AEW. Then why do we get rid of the Continental title?
yeah, exactly. We combine the International Continental into one title only to just bring another title in. Too
Makes
many.
sense.
So after that, we had the Bucks backstage with Renee, but before they could even answer what they were going to do for the Cows family, rolls up, just said to leave them alone. And of course, with me tonight, you get your theme and the full entrance, blah, 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 blah. You're the best tag team on the planet and stuff. They'll answer your questions later. They seem unsure to join, though. They're like kind of the hands in pocket, kind of face down, like not really making eye contact with Don. So
Yeah, they didn't like the idea, of course, of him doing, oh yeah, okay, we're gonna go out there, we're gonna do a match. But then he started doing the entrance, and you could see maybe it was Matt. I think he was like, starting to smile, starting to like it, and then Nick hit him. They did the pose, the pyros went off. Then they started getting like a little more
hype up.
into it
Yeah.
towards yeah. So I mean, it's growing on them. And then, of course, we have the end of the match where they're kind of like, "Fuck, I
Well,
don't
they're
know what
not
to
even
do."
the whole
Like,
match. They're
yeah,
not even really like with Josh Alexander. They don't seem to be on the same page at all. It's kind of the whole classic
no,
"can they coexist" type of thing. They're kind of not really agreeing with what's happening.
Josh was
They
tagging
hit
himself
the
in.
they hit the BTE trigger, and then they and the Meltzer driver, and then Alexander comes in. And he doesn't even go for the pin. He just grabs the ankle and goes for the ankle lock to get the submission. Like ignores the fact that what
Yeah,
they just did.
yeah. What they did was not good enough to win the
Yeah,
match.
so there was
And
definitely they weren't on the they won they weren't on the same page because they beat Dante Martin, or what are they called, Skyflight, which was a good
yes,
match. It was great to see Dante Martin top flight on this. Dante Martin looked really good. I felt like he hadn't really recovered, at least since he broke his leg. I wouldn't say recover like where he's like been hurt, but like in ring, I felt like he hasn't been on that level since he broke his leg, and I felt that was a good showing for him. One of his better since he broke his leg.
yeah, it was. He's been doing a lot of tag team stuff, and I realized he's more or less the one, and maybe it's just the matches I've seen. He's the one not in there for a long time throughout the matches because I feel like he's still trying to get used to it. Because you can go back to training, and it
Well, it's
doesn't
been a
matter that
while, but
ankle. Yeah,
yeah, it was a
like
while ago that he injured, a couple
he's
of years
taking
now.
his time. You can tell,
I
still
don't know about
getting
that.
back to
I
it.
just feel like I don't know. He just hasn't hit that same height of like Phil. Like his matches have been fine, but I just feel like he hasn't been, if you will, I guess the demon, like where he just goes crazy. I feel like we haven't seen that. Like maybe he's calmed his moveset down a bit. Like he still goes crazy, but I feel like it's not as insane as it was before he broke his leg.
That is possible too.
That's what I really mean. Like his moveset is really, it's still crazy, but it's not as crazy.
Not as crazy as it was.
He might have got the tone
'Cause
down
when-
talk and was like, you know what? I broke my leg. That's probably a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, I don't doubt it.
But yeah, so it was good to see him on this. Of course, they lose, but he still looked good in defeat here. Afterwards, like you said, though, we had the Don Callis family come out, or at least a few of them came out. Don Callis, who was on commentary, came into the ring. So the world is watching, waiting for the Bucks to make an official announcement that the Young Bucks are joining the Don Callis family. They hesitate, and Don Callis doesn't even let them talk. He says, "I get it. You're nervous," and he reminds them that he's gonna get the money flowing for them, and it's in their best interest to join. So just announce it to the people. Then they still don't say it. And he says AEW is dangerous, and he'd hate to see what happened to Kenny Omega happen to them. And of course, I was like, really?
Or
And then speak of the devil, Kenny comes out all black, chair in hand. He starts going after Rocky Mark Davis, starts brawling with Josh Alexander ringside. Starts getting beat down though, a little bit, but he fights back. The Bucks are just in the corner, but they go to pull Kenny off of Josh Alexander, and then they just kind of stare at each other. They look conflicted and stuff, but of course Josh chop blocks Kenny and starts going after him again. Yeah, pretty good segment here because it's building
It
off of
was.
the Elite and stuff. And been a while since they've been together, the
It's,
OG Elite.
yeah, and you if you watch it back, and if you haven't watched it and you listen to us talk about it, you will see what he means by building off of the elite. Because you know, when they go to the outside, even though Josh Alexander is kind of like wrapping his arms around them, and like and Kenny's like, "Oh, that's what you call family." You can see the look on their face, like, "Are we doing the right thing?
Yeah,
Like,
like that was our
do
best friend
we?
forever.
Yeah, like, is this the road we really want to associate with?" And what I think, and I'm just gonna go ahead and give my prediction here, during the match with Josh Alexander Saturday, towards the finish of this match, they walk out or they super kick Josh and
I
they
see it.
do not side with them.
I
And
hope so.
they don't side with
I'll
Kenny
pop
and
big. I think they'll
the
just stare Kenny and just walk out
yeah,
if that happens.
yep, they'll stare down Jack Perry and Kenny. Luchasaurus will, look at him, they won't really acknowledge him, and then they'll go to the back. And then Kenny will and he'll hit his finisher and then you'll get Jurassic Express as well.
I can
And
see that.
then Kenny will probably get the pin for the payback for Ibushi.
So my favorite part of this segment. So okay, I forgot to say that they like Callis was trying to get them to BT trigger Kenny, and they like weren't like they had his wrist, but they like were taking forever, and that's when Jurassic Express
Mhm.
finally came out and saved him. So my favorite part of
Yep.
this was they had weapons. Jungle Man had a shovel, but Luchasaurus had a vacuum, which is
Fucking
great because
vacuum,
obviously
yeah.
he's saving the cleaner. But if you go back and watch my reaction to it, mine and Rick's, when we realized at the exact same second that he had a vacuum cleaner. So me and him at the exact same time, my cousin Rick go, "Does he have a vacuum?" And then we like literally verbatim, and we both start cracking up because we realized at the exact same time because that like neon cord was all dangling.
Yeah.
It's the
And
best
it fell
part.
apart. It fell apart as well. Like there were pieces of it laid in the ring. He didn't swing it at nobody. If I don't recall,
I didn't
he
see
might have
that.
hit it.
I thought the cable just unwinded and was dangling.
Or is that what Kenny picked up?
Oh, I
Because it looked
didn't
like
pay
a piece of
attention.
a roller was laying out, and Kenny picked it up.
Oh, maybe I didn't see that.
But I mean, either way, like, and then Jack acts like he was gonna just launch that fucking shovel at somebody.
Well, he hit the fucking top of the buckle like 3 times with
Y-
it. I was like, watch that
Yeah.
thing just pop off and whack.
Oh my
That
god, that would have been horrible. But I
would
mean,
have been bad.
the like you said, the cleaner. But I thought it was funny
Oh, I
that
cracked
he
up once
came
I
out
realized
with
what it
a
was.
damn vacuum.
So we got the Babes of Wrath interview backstage. Nothing really crazy, just talking about the tournament. One thing I have a question about is why are we getting a fatal 4-way at the pay-per-view? It's on the pay-per-view. It's not even on the tailgate brawl or whatever they're calling it. It's with all the teams. Why aren't we just continuing the tournament at the pay-per-view?
Stipulations. We want to have more stipulations. I mean, I'm not mad about it. Like,
I'm not
because
either.
remember,
I'm just if they're gonna compete on it, why not just do the tag tournament?
because they had the first, so they had the fatal 4-way, and they got the pin. They got the pick who they wanted to face. Jamie and Almanada faced not Anna Jay, the Sisters of Sin.
Yeah.
So that was their stipulation. Well, now, since Blood and Guts, Tony has been wanting more blood and chaos from Megan Bain and Marina Shafir. So I'm guessing this is Tony Khan's way of giving her that ability, because I feel like that's who's going to win. We're going to get something insane for
I
Tony and
guess.
Mina versus Megan and Marina.
But in a fatal 4-way?
But yeah, I mean,
I just think
unfortunately,
you could just
yeah.
do these and do the stipulation at the pay-per-view, but whatever.
What you should have done is had these two be your final two here, and if Team Tony and Mina won, or Megan and Marina won, and then Sisters of Sin versus the Babes of Wrath, and then let you then the next week, shit. I'll get it in a second. The following week, leading up to World's End, have them two go back and forth for a stipulation match, something like that. I don't know why. Like, I don't like this fatal 4-way. Is what I'm trying to get to. Like, there's several ways we could have spun this
If you
to
just
make it.
saw me rub my eyes and face, so I've been informed that they taped the LA Knight tournament match for SmackDown next Friday, and I was curious while you were speaking there. I looked who it
Mhm.
was, and that's all I'm gonna say.
God.
I'm not gonna tell you. I'll let you be
The
disappointed
good
when you
thing
see it.
is, well, it's disappointed. It means it's not a good pop. By
I'll
God,
just say
I'm
we
glad
were
they didn't
wrong on
wait.
all of our guesses. I'll say that.
Jesus Christ, Shane McMahon came out dancing, didn't he? Somebody did it.
I'd rather that, honestly.
Oh God,
I think
Jesus.
some people will be happy, honestly. I think some will. I
Some
don't know if
people.
you're one of them. Anyways, back to AEW. But so after that they do WWE did this tonight as well. They did AEW talked about Claude, commentator from back in the day for NWA and stuff. WWE did that tonight on SmackDown as well.
Yep.
So shout out to both companies for that. We also had the Death Riders versus OC and Roderick Strong in a tag match on Dynamite. I actually feel like I don't remember a whole lot about this match. And let me read the ending here real quick.
Sheldon Speed. You talking about the Moxley one, right?
Yeah, Death Riders versus OC and Roderick from Wednesday. We already talked about Shelton and that. I feel like I don't remember much about this match, is what I mean.
It was one sided.
I mean, there's a
And I don't mean
lot of notes here about it, like what happens in the match. So it was a while, it seems like.
it was a long match. I think this didn't lead into Collision. The Hangman did. But
Yeah, that was the main event of Dynamite.
you could tell the Death Rider from what I've seen it. The Death Riders were extremely pissed off at what happened in the no God at Blood and Guts, and they were taking it out in this match.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it was really one-sided. I thought it was a good back and forth action that they had here. Especially with all these notes I'm kind of skimming over, just kind of reading to myself. A lot happened. Just wrestling wise. But yeah, Swiss Death, Mox puts OC in the Bulldog choke, and of course they start beating him down, and Kyle O'Reilly comes out and trying to submit Moxley again. Moxley starts tapping, even though there's no match. And of course, Yuta and Garcia attack Kyle, but he just eats it. So they're like kicking him, and he's just holding onto the fucking ankle and smiling while they kick out him, and Moxley's tapping, which was pretty dope.
Yes.
But they finally get Moxley, they pull him out of the ring and stuff like that. And Kyle gets on the mic and challenges him to a no DQ match at the pay-per-view.
Yes. And this one, honestly, I think Moxley loses. Again.
I think he wins.
You think he finally gets his redemption here?
Death Riders are going to do everything in their power to make sure he wins.
And that's why I think that he doesn't. Because this is where I feel like they're going to remove him from this group.
I don't. I think they'll prolong it, just like they prolonged them on top for so long, beginning of the year.
Maybe it's like you've said several times, a slow build for what we
All
what
in
we
2026 London, Claudio versus Moxley national title. Calling it right now.
Jesus.
Some reason that title will get involved.
God Almighty, the 12th match
or the TNT, since Claudio kind of started eyeing that. One of them. A title will get involved in this feud for some reason.
Yeah, with them two, yes.
Yeah.
I can see that. But so here's my question. I don't think we've talked about it yet, and we'll do it real quick. If they were to remove Moxley as the head runner of the Death Riders, who would you see leading them
Pac
into battle?
No hesitation, Pac. Did you see that promo? That was an amazing promo on Dynamite. Collision, whatever it was. It was great. Pac all the way. Give me Pac fucking leading them all day. I'll listen to that fucking small fucking British guy. I'd fucking, yes, sir.
Yeah. I mean, Claudio don't say much. He's more of he's the calm one in the group.
He's not even. He's the fucking enforcer.
You think I feel like Pac's the enforcer.
You picking up people and headbutting them? Or not headbutting them, uppercutting them? Yeah, that's an enforcer.
Yeah, I mean that, but yeah, okay. I mean, you just throwing people through tables on, and beating
Uh,
the hell out of people,
yeah,
and
that's
then you
an
got the
enforcer.
uppercuts. Yeah, maybe they're both the enforcers, just at different levels.
I'd say Pac though for sure.
Yeah, Pac leading them. Okay, I agree with you.
So after that, we have Brodito. They cut a promo on FTR, just talking about beating one of the greatest tag
Hmm.
teams at the pay per view. Nothing really crazy there. Mercedes, we see her with all her belts, or at least walking, getting ready for a TV unification match for the ROH Women's TV title. Kenny Omega and Jurassic Express cut a promo. He said he's mad at Josh Alexander for hurting Kota Ibushi and Michael Nakazawa. Says Don to count his money because his time is coming. Until then, goodbye, good night. I'm just over Kenny and the Callis fam, dude. Like legit.
He's been in a feud with them since he left, or since
Years
Gallus hit
since
him with Buddha.
Osprey,
I
the
mean,
Osprey match
yeah,
Forbidden. Well, I guess Forbidden Doors when he kind of tied in with the Callis fam because he
yes,
wasn't part of the Wrestle Kingdom match. But yeah, so that's been 2023.
yeah. Right at 3 years now. Kenny Omega has, I mean, he's done other stuff, but like it's all full circled back to
Callis
Don
fam.
Callis.
It's so annoying. I'm
Yeah,
so over it. It's been fun
like,
matches, but I'm just over the story. Alex Windsor and Riho versus the Timeless Love Bombs, Mina and Tony. They came out and had their own choreography. My favorite part of it was Tony was just stone faced the whole time. She didn't like Mina's like smiling,
yeah,
having fun, and Tony just all like no
yeah, she kept her
reaction to her
character.
face. Yeah. So that made it even better. Solid match. I was good to see Alex Windsor. I don't know why we haven't seen much of her until recently. She's one of my favorites. Great signing by them recently. Riho, she's always come and go too. I really wish we could have seen Hikaru Shida involved in this too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if she's wrestling
She
anywhere.
hasn't
Is
wrestled
she?
in AEW in a year. I don't know.
Yeah,
Been
I don't
since
know
a
if she's
year since we last
injured
seen her.
or. But I mean, they did have people from the everywhere in this
Yeah.
tournament per
Oh, for
se.
sure.
So I mean, they picked people I guess that may have been available, not booked for somewhere else. But Riho coming back when she did was perfect. I
Oh
don't
yeah.
think we ain't ever talked about that, but getting involved in this as well was great. Rio was our first AEW Women's Champion,
Yep.
so it made sense for her to be in this tournament as well. Alex Windsor, you could have replaced her, with with who you said, but I feel like Windsor's had a place in AEW for a while, just not on the
Well, a few
card.
months, 5, 6 months.
Yeah, a few months, yeah. And she's just
Um.
been in Ring of Honor for a while here recently. I don't know why.
Yeah. So solid match. Timeless Love Bombs get the win. They advance in the tournament. Um. We also had another tournament matchup later in the night. This was on the collision portion, but we'll talk about it real quick. Marina Shafir and Megan Bain kind of went over this earlier versus Ty J. Anna J was rumored her contract's expiring sometime soon.
Yep.
They lose this match. They're one of the first tag teams to exist in the women's division in AEW. As you confirmed earlier, they were part of the initial tag tournament that they had back in like 2020. Was that the right call to have Marina and Megan win over an OG team?
I don't think it was. Um, I've said that from the beginning of the tournament, that people in this should be originals to AEW that's helped build this women's division to have the names we have in it now. Um, yes, Willow and Harley are still in it. The Sisters of Sin are still in it. Mina and Tony. I mean, I don't agree with. Yeah, I'm not saying I don't agree, but like, you could have put over,
I like Mina and Tony just
Riho.
because Tina's a former AEW Women's Champion and she could bring prestige to that tournament just based name value alone.
Yeah, but having them lose to Megan Bain. No, don't get me wrong. Megan Bain could easily be a singles champion. Marina easily could be a singles champion. But I would have, maybe I'd been more okay with it if Penelope would have been in the match still.
I
If
guess so,
Penelope
but
was
yeah,
still an
Penelope's
original.
hurt, so she can't be part of
Yeah.
it in ring
But
wise.
I, yeah,
Maybe
but
they're
I
like
still
Penelope's
feel
managing them; she gets the win.
participation award. No,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
that's,
And the
I
match was
feel like it
short
should.
too. It wasn't even long. It was a pretty one-sided fight too.
It was one of those 3 minute squash matches. What it felt like.
I
Unfortunately,
don't know how long it
I
was.
know
It could have been
it
that
wasn't
long.
that
Yeah.
long, but
No,
like
it
it
wasn't
felt
that
like
long
it
at all. It
was.
wasn't long at all though. It was very short. Um, Of course, though, they show Shafir holds on like to the submission for a long time, and then she kisses Anna's forehead. Then Tony and Marina show up on the Tron and says they're gonna win the 4-way out Full Gear, which again I don't even think they should be doing that. And of course, the stipulation, the winner gets to pick the stipulation of their match, the semifinals. So, and then we had like a Chris Statlander promo after that, and it was just like her like focus, and it was like really short, just because she's never beaten Mercedes, so I'm assuming that's kind of like what she's trying to focus in, lock in. She's lost twice to Mercedes in the past, so
Yep,
it was short
she
but pretty
has.
interesting. After
Yeah,
that, oh, go ahead.
We'll get into it. You'll probably know the double Japanese match is next. This Statlander Mercedes. I don't want to talk about it yet because it's the main event, so we'll just jump straight into the double Jeopardy because I think it's next up.
Yeah, so double Jeopardy, Okada and Dorada, incredible matchup. It was great. I was tired of hearing Don though. At this point, I feel like he's on
Oh
fucking every
God.
fucking segment at this point now. It's like Judgment Day 2022 or 2023, whatever it was.
Unfortunately, he is. Yes.
But really good match. Even though I had to hear him yap this whole fucking time. They had a fucking classic, Okada and Dorada. Dorada's really great, and he's really young too. Dorada's, speaking of young talents, he's one of them. He's like 27 or 25 or something. But Okada gets the win, of course, with the Rainmaker, earning a shot at one of Dorada's titles in the future. Which I forget. He has a trios title in what for CMLL?
Yeah, honestly, I cannot remember what title it is, but he's with.
Oh no, it says
isn't he
trios.
with-
That's what set up the match. So it's the trios titles, and that's
Yeah.
what the pre-show match is. So
Yeah,
it's
he has
Hechicero, Takeshita and Okada versus Dorada and his
Sammy
two partners.
Roosh and isn't Sammy Guevara and Roosh?
No, it's for the CMLL trios titles.
Not the Ring of Honor.
No, because Dorada has nothing to do with LIJ or whatever.
Who the hell?
It's a completely different faction. Dorada's CMLL, I'll tell you, has nothing to do with them. So it is.
Oh yeah, it's Elf Sky Team.
Yeah,
So
Al Sky
it's
Team. It's the CMLL World Trios titles.
Masterada, oh my goodness,
Mystico and whoever the other guy is.
I cannot remember the other guy's name, but yes.
So yeah, and Okada wasn't happy when he learned he was gonna be teaming with Takeshita for that. So Sister Sin interview backstage, it was kind of meh.
It kind of reminded me of The Shining.
Yeah, that's been their whole thing. They've been doing that for a while now. And then we didn't talk about. I did skip over the Hangman Shibata match, but it wasn't really anything incredible, is why. It wasn't bad, you know. But Hangman got the win over Shibata. I really don't remember much about this match.
So it was a great match. The thing that stuck out to me though, so we throw Powerhouse Hobb off of a second level, basically goes to a table, goes to like a moving box, explodes, cool, and then we low blow Shibata as it cuts off. Dynamite goes to Collision. Don't know if you caught that. I think they might have showed a replay of it. So is he just ensuring that they're not going to be there? Because like that was kind of like a heel thing, but not truly like a heel thing. He's trying to.
I feel like what he did to Hobbs, where like it showed the shot of his face, and he like was all like looking crazy. I feel it's like the whole thing is like it's long-term storytelling, if you will. So it has to do with the Swerve Hangman stuff. So even though he's face now, that story and that whole feud with Swerve left such a big impact on him that he still has those tendencies.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the way I look at it. So he took out Hobbs viciously, knocking him into the whole, whatever you want to call it, the lighting or whatever the
studio case.
Yeah. And that all like shocked and went crazy. And then he low blowed Shibata, because then in his promo afterwards, he says, I took out Hobbs and sent him to the hospital, so you won't have him on Saturday. And I just took out Shibata because I just sent him to wherever. Like it says redacted for some reason. Probably hell, I'm assuming. It says most probably he wants him to remember what happened last time that they were Hangman was locked in a steel cage with a man. And that's when Joe was all freaked out. So that was his whole point, is just to take them out prior to the match, so it's just them two.
Yes. That makes complete sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was thinking about it, Like he's doing these things that remind me of what he was doing while he was chasing the title, even to the build up of him and Swerve in the lights out match.
Yeah.
You know, and with you saying that, it's that he still has this ability to be this crazed man who will do what it takes to win,
Yep.
like putting someone on a fucking concrete brick multiple times and putting a needle in their jaw and all that, you know, to
Yeah.
win these
So I brought up
matches.
like, yeah, like remember what happened last time I was
Yeah,
in the Steel Cage? That was with Swerve, the death match or the crazy where he put the needle, all that. So
yeah.
yeah,
So
so it was a great way to get in his head. So yeah, I think that was a great way to um take them out and just try to make it 1-on-1. But do we see someone doing the ops on Saturday? I doubt it.
no, Hook ain't gonna join. He's with Eddie. He's not gonna return back. I don't see anyone, and the the only person I could see would be MJF.
Yeah, that would make sense.
He's not gonna cost him the match because he still wants the title.
Yeah.
He wants to take it from Hangman, but he could show up.
So Mercedes Moné versus Red Velvet. They unified finally the women's TV title in ROH after Red Velvet was out for a few months with an injury. So they did the interim title, which Mercedes beat Mina for. She was claiming it as a title, so finally unified here in the main event. And this was probably the best match I've seen of Red Velvet. Like this was really good.
Like I've seen a few of Red Velvet's highlights. I don't think I've actually watched the full match. It's not because I've not wanted to. I just
Yeah,
can't remember them. This has been a good. This was a great one against Mercedes.
it was
And a
fantastic.
lot of people say, and I hear it in my chat sometimes when Mercedes is on, that she gets carried by the people she wrestles with.
The one
That's not true.
consistent factor is that she's in all those matches and performing. It takes two to tango,
Yes, it does. And this one right here is another prime
unless you're Bret
example.
Hart. The Tom McGee
This
stuff.
is
I don't know if you know all that stuff, but people like to call that the it was the holy grail of missing footage because Bret Hart made Tom McGee look so good that Vince was, oh, that's our next our next Hulk Hogan, and then fell through because Tom McGee sucked. But but they all thought that after he faced Bret. I'm just saying he's the only guy that can make someone look that good.
but I felt like this match was a main event for Collision, and I'm glad they had it there. It
It
was
was
a
great. It was a great
fantastic
match.
match.
The fucking avalanche lung blower from Mercedes that she used to
That was
finish. It was fucking nasty. It was a code breaker. What do you
yes,
call it? It
it
was a lung blower
was.
because it was to her stomach. It was
Yes,
fucking brutal, dude.
it was. Abso-fucking-lutely. I
I
didn't
had
think she was gonna do that off the top of it.
I had someone in my chat be like, "Oh, so she's 14 belts Monday now." I'm like, "Well, no, because she unified." I was like, "Unless she decides to carry it, kind of like she's carrying the Owen Hart title," but she immediately like dropped the red title and just grabbed the other one. I was like, "Oh, surprising."
So with this and with what they've been doing with Stat and how they're building this, I feel like this is where Mercedes is going to start dropping. Yes. The story for Mercedes is that she cannot win the big one. She can win everything else, but she cannot get her hands on the AEW
And
title.
she just lost
And
in the tag tournament too a few weeks ago. So
she lost to Tony at All In. Like this is where she'll lose here. She'll start to not trust herself. I feel like somehow she loses everything else leading into World's End. And if they want to run it back, that's
if
where they
she
do it and she
loses
wins it.
13 titles within a fucking month period, shout out to her because she's gonna have to do a lot of traveling.
I mean, yes, but I mean, I feel like they could, the way they've been booking it, it's possible, but the downhill starts now,
Yeah,
Saturday.
oh for sure. I agree. But yeah, so good Dynamite Collision, 3 hours. There was a few things I didn't care about, but other than that, I thought it was a good show. I gave it a 4 out of 5. Just 3 hours is too long for a weekly show.
Yep. Uh, yeah. If it wasn't 4 hour or 3 hour, Jesus, if it wasn't 3 hours, it would have been better off. But I don't think you could have had a go home show like this on a 2 hour show.
Oh no, I mean, unless you separate Collision, but solid show. Full Gear we have tomorrow night. We're gonna do a podcast immediately after to review the show. With pre-show, there's 13 matches. So we got 4 pre-show matches, our tailgate brawls, which will be on here in America. They'll be on HBO Max and TNT. If you're international, they'll be on YouTube. So Boom and Doom, which is Big Boom AJ, the social media star, and QT Marshall, teaming up to take on RPG Vice. On the pre-show, we got the Unacclaimed, which I've been referring to them as, in a fatal four-way tag match versus the Bang Bang Gang, Big Bill and Brian Keith and the Outrunners for $200,000. Al Sky Team, which we were just talking about, versus Don Callis family for the CMLL Trios titles, and then Hook and Eddie Kingston versus the Workhorsemen, which is really random, but at least to me. I'll probably watch the pre-show, but I have really almost no interest in any of these matches besides the Trios title. Sorry.
Yeah, so like for me, like Eddie and Hook, I don't understand why they're going up against the Workhorsemen. QT Marshall and Big Boom. I mean, I feel like
That'll be
they've been
fun. I'll laugh
feuding.
at that.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, yeah, they
that'll
were
be
feuding.
more
That's
of
the
a
whole thing of Boom and Doom. Now they're
yeah,
together.
yeah. The 200,000, that's gonna be interesting. And
Should be
that's one of
fine,
those
yeah.
things we skipped over. Because Juice Robinson, the whole promo on Collision was excited over the money. He didn't care about anything else.
That's right.
And
I did
like,
forget about that. I forgot.
I
Yeah.
think he was like 200,000,
Yeah. So anytime
200,000.
anytime Austin was like basically talking about the match, and he'd just be like, and $200,000. That's all he'd come in.
Yeah.
He's like, yes. And then hopefully we could get up there and get to that title contention, and then we'll get $200,000. That's all he just kept going off about it, basically.
All right. I'm hoping they win. Like honestly, I'm gonna probably watch
It's
that
gonna be the
one, but then the
Outrunners, I
trios
think.
match. God, the trios match will have my interest. Only reason I'm gonna be really locked in on this trios match is Okada and
Takeshita and
Takeshita.
Okada, yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for that one. Oh, out of anything. So does Takeshita turn tomorrow, or does this play out through World's End and the C2? I think this plays out
What's
through the
this?
C2. I think they'll
It
win
does.
tomorrow, but they'll have their issues still.
Oh yeah, because Okada used his finisher in
Yeah,
the
the
match as
match
well.
against Dorada, yeah.
They'll butt heads in this match. Hechicero will be the peacemaker in this match and help probably get the win. But yes, they will start butting heads. They'll probably have to face each other. What they should do, and I don't know if they will, have these two face each other in the Continental.
Oh, I think that should be the final for the
Yeah, that's
unified
what I'm.
title.
Yeah. Have them two face each other at World's End. That'll be what really does it.
So, okay, main card. So let's go through everything here. We got Statlander Monet. I got Statlander.
Yeah, Statlander most definitely wins. Like I said, Mercedes downfall.
Rodito versus FTR for the tag titles. I have FTR.
Unfortunately, I agree with you. FTR will take these titles.
Casino Gauntlet match. We don't know everyone. We just know Ricochet, Speedball, and of course the two members of the Hurt Syndicate. I'm gonna go with Bobby. I think he's gonna win it.
I think Shelton.
I would love if it was Shelton, to be honest with you. I would pop big if it was Shelton. Kyle Fletcher versus Mark Briscoe. No DQ match for the TNT title, but if Briscoe loses, he has to join the Don Callis family. I'm going with Fletcher. He ain't losing this title right now.
No. The Foggy Bow comes to the Callis family, unfortunately.
Darby Allin, Pac 1-on-1. I'm gonna go with Pac. I think Pac gets the win here, and possible maybe, I don't know. If Pac wins, then I think it's more possibly Mox loses to O'Reilly. But if Darby wins, then Moxley beats O'Reilly.
You've had Darby be a big focal point since All In. He's won everything you've put him against Death Rider's involvement. I do agree. Pac has to be the one to slow down Darby Allin.
And then we have the Fatal 4-Way Babes of Wrath, Sisters of Sin, Timeless Love Bombs, and Megan and Marina. Winners chooses the stipulation for their semifinal match in the tag team title tournament. This one's a rough one. I think it's going to end up being a shock one, and it's going to go to Sisters of Sin. Kill team either way. If it's not them, it's going to be Megan and Marina.
I got the Babes of Wrath. I feel like they're really pushing them.
I would pop so big if they win.
They surprisingly upset the longest reigning Ring of Honor champion, Athena, and Mercedes, who's 13 belts. They're going to continue to upset people until the finals, I think.
And then Moxley O'Reilly. Again, I'm really relying this on Pac and Allen. If Darby beats Pac, then I'm going to go with O'Reilly. I'm sorry, Moxley over O'Reilly. But if Pac beats Darby, then it's going to be Moxley losing to O'Reilly.
Yeah, this has a lot of play in the future of what they're doing, in my opinion, in AEW.
This is a pivotal match in the story.
Yep, either Kyle O'Reilly is getting ready to
And
get
it's
a
no
big
holds
push.
barred.
Yes, and that's another thing. We're gonna see the Death Riders. We've already talked about that. I think another thing we may see happen, and it's gonna be odd if it does, but it really would tie back all the way to when Moxley took up Brian. There were three people that were really focal there's the camera focused on when it went off air before the press conference. Darby, OC, and Garcia. We done seen Garcia turn. I feel like there's a possibility we could see another surprise turn and with leading to OC, but I doubt it. So I really think Moxley wins this one though. Like it'd be nice to see if something like that happened, but like
No,
all in all, I think Moxley wins.
It wouldn't be nice to see at all. Hangman Page, Samoa Joe. I got Hangman retaining. I feel like this is the most predictable one on the card.
Yeah, it is. And I think MJF comes back, and if he doesn't attack Hangman, he just shows his presence back. But he still got that contract. He's probably going to cash it in towards World's End.
He has to give notice, so there's no way to surprise people.
Yeah, so he can attack him all he wants and do his typical heel stuff, but
he could beat him down brutally and say, I'm cashing in on Wednesday at the end of the show, and that would be cool, because then we know Hangman wouldn't have much time to recover if it's like brutal.
Come in, yeah.
Like Hangman's, it'd be cool if Hangman's like celebrating on top of the cage, like he's like sitting on the top holding the belt. MJF comes out and he's like, I don't know, he somehow gets up there quick. Either he's like in the rafter, I don't know, he climbs fast. Whatever.
Lights go out, he climbs fast.
Or that's a better way. Lights go out. We hear shit. Hangman's in the ring, fucked up, and then it's like MJF at the top of the ramp or something, and he's like, "I'm cashing in next week or this Wednesday, bitch," or something.
I feel like he's gonna show back up in the mask though, the devil mask.
I don't. I thought he did a promo saying that shit was stupid, so he's done with it.
He may have. I don't know. He'll come up with something smart. Anytime he comes back, it has been a good.
I don't think we'll see him getting involved in the match, but I think we'll see him after.
No, he will not get involved. No one in this will get involved in this match. It'll be a clean win for Hangman.
All right, man. So we'll be back tomorrow night. We'll be here reviewing all of Full Gear and talking all the top news coming out of it. Tell everyone where they can follow you at.
On Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Kick as the Kraken Wrestling.
And for me, you guys can find me Josh Vibes Up, Twitch, Kick, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all those places. Thank you guys for listening in. We'll be back tomorrow night for Full Gear. I hope it's a great show.